Life, sweet life, sweet life, sweet life.
Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be making these absolutely adorable chocolate covered apples and chocolate covered Rice Krispie treats. So we're going to be starting out with two apples, which I already pre-washed and cleaned, and we're going to be using some pre-made Rice Krispie treats. You can absolutely make your own from scratch, but I just always have these on hand ready to go for when I want to make a video or just do some treats. So we're going to be using almond bark actually for everything today. We're going to use it for both the apples and the Rice Krispie treats, and we're not going to melt it down with anything. That's just going to go straight into the microwave. I'm sorry, not the oven, the microwave, and it's going to go up for about a minute. But I stop it in increments of 15 to 20 seconds and just stir it till it's done. That's what I love about almond bark. It's so easy to melt. And so the thing that we're going to use to cover those Rice Krispies and make them look like hay bales are these mini weeds, these shredded mini weeds. So we're going to just get those into a Ziploc bag, and then we're going to crush those. And those are going to be our coating for our little haystack Rice Krispie treats. So I got the little shredded mini wheat crumbs ready to go, and I needed those ready to go before I actually melted the chocolate, because we're actually going to dip the wet Rice Krispies into those mini wheat crumbs. So now our almond bark is out of the microwave nice and smooth. Like I said, we're not adding any oil to this today, guys. We're just using it as is. And so first we're going to start out with regular white, and we're going to dip one of the apples and all of the Rice Krispies into the plain white almond bark. So now I'm going to be adding popsicle sticks to the Rice Krispie treats and the apples. These are simply so I can be able to dip them in the almond bark. All of these sticks will actually be removed later on in this process. And this was actually supposed to be for one of my clients for a our little pumpkin baby shower, but she actually changed the theme. So I just decided to turn it into a quick little tutorial video for you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and dip that apple first, and I'm just going to give it one good spin around in that almond bark. Like I said, we didn't melt it down with any oil or anything, so it's pretty thick. So you really only need one good coat of almond bark, but you absolutely can double dip it if you'd like. So I'm just going to spin this. I like to slowly spin my apples to make the chocolate actually even out around the apple and to fall off at the bottom. I'm just using my little tool to pop any air bubbles that I see, and I'm just going to keep spinning that around until it's the majority of the chocolate, the excess chocolate, have fell off, and then I'm just going to lightly scrape it across the bottom and then place it down on my wax paper. So for the Rice Krispies, we're going to dip those into the almond bark. We're going to dip every side except for the bottom. I'm not actually going to dip the bottom because I'm not going to coat the bottom. I'm just going to do the four sides and the top. And then we're going to get the excess almond bark off, and then we're going to coat those into the crumbs. We've got those all nice and coated with the shredded mini wheats, and we've removed the sticks from all of those. So now with the remaining almond bark, we just use a little of our orange color mill coloring. And you guys know I love color mill coloring because it is oil based, so you can use it in chocolate and you can also use it in your cakes and buttercream. So now I'm dipping that second apple into this pastel orange color, and I'm so sorry guys, I didn't even realize I was out of the camera frame when I was dipping this. I was so busy listening to Beyonce and singing my little heart away that I didn't even realize that I wasn't even in the frame of the camera when I was dipping that. But same thing here. I'm just dipping it around. I'm just spinning it around. I'm sorry, trying to get the chocolate nice and even around the apple, and I just keep spinning it until that extra chocolate falls off. Then I give it a really good shake, and then I just lightly scrape it along the bottom, and then I will place it down on my wax paper. Now I'm just gonna get the rest of that almond bark into a piping bag, and this is just gonna be used to glue our fondant pieces onto our apples and our Rice Krispies. So this is that same almond bark that we melted at the beginning. First we dipped it white, then we colored it orange, and now we're gonna also use it to glue our pieces together. You know I don't waste anything. If you watch my videos, you know. So now this is me taking some white and some brown fondant. I wanted the brown color a little bit lighter, so I'm just using that dark chocolate brown, and I'm just mixing it with a little bit of white fondant to get me a lighter, like a lighter milk chocolate color. And that's what we're going to be using to put on the hay, and then we're also going to use it to make the stems for our pumpkins. So that's our little haystacks with our rope around it. And so now we're going to use baby pink, which I'm just taking that pink and mixing it with white. So we're going to make a baby pink. We're going to use a baby, like a light orange and white. We're going to make a bunch of flowers. And then we're also going to use our some green fondant, and we're going to make some leaves, and these are going to be all of our decorations to go on top of our apples and that one extra hay stack that we didn't decorate. We're actually going to make a little pumpkin and a flower to sit on top of that. Okay, so we've made all of our fondant details, including our little tiny pumpkin. So now we're going to remove those sticks from those apples, and then we're going to start gluing all of our little fondant details onto our apples. After we remove those sticks, we're going to adding the little stems onto the top of the pumpkins now, and then we're going to add those flowers and leaves that we made. And there we have it, guys. How cute are these and how simple were they to make? I hope you guys give these a try. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.
He lied.